What's up, everybody? We're back with another live roulette simulator session, and today we're going to be checking out a progression that I've made for the double dozens. I'm going to call it just very simply the double dozen 2x parlay system. It's an alternative to the double dozen martingale. When you have to martingale in the double dozens, you have to increase by 3 on every bet. So you go 1 to 3, 1 1, 3 3, 9 9, 27 27, so on and so forth. So by the time you get to the 5th step, I think it's roughly 242 units. So the way I've done this here is I've factored in a progression that is roughly half of that, 124 units. And all we need to do is get 2 hits on the double dozen, and rather than winning 1 unit for all the units we've invested, we're actually going to win a little bit more than double of what we wherever we are in our progression for the amount that we're invested. So I thought about it. I think this may be a better alternative to a double dozen martingale, so we're going to find out today. Let's kick it off. And the way I started it here, like I said, it's 124 units. The whites are going to be 1s, purples are going to be 5s, greens are 25s, and we skip the first level of betting 1 and 1, so we're going to go 2 and 2. You can pick however you want to play it, but all we need to do is get 2 hits. We're trying to parlay twice, so we're going to take our profit from here, put it back out, and then we're going to collect our units, rinse and repeat, and do it all over again. So let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know if you played anything similar. Like I said, I was trying to come up with an alternative progression to the steep martingale on the double dozens, and I know a lot of people love the double dozens, so let me know what you think about this, and let me know if you try it. See what we get. 15. All right, so we get a win right away, and we're going to get paid out on that. We would lose this, but we're going to just keep it there instead. So what we're going to do is go 1 and 1. We're splitting it up, and now all we're doing is looking for 1 more hit, and if we do, we're going to collect the units, and then we're going to drop back down to 2 and 2, and we're going to have our profit on the side, rinse and repeat however long you want to go. Whatever profit is your goal. For me, I like to get about 25 to 50%, especially with the double dozen system. All right, my favorite number, 17. Look at that. So we are getting paid 3 units. And if we bring it all back here, take our 2 that we want to start with, and we now have 5 units profit. So like I said, it's an alternative to a double dozen martingale. You use half the units you would for the same amount of levels, but you actually win more. So in my opinion, I think it might be a better system or a better progression, and it will yield more, less risk, more reward. I tend to like those kinds of systems as a low roller, but once again, let me know what you guys think. And we're starting all over, as you can see. Let's see if we can continue working the first and the second. And we get a 10, look at that. So we're getting paid. All right, there we go. 1 on 1 right there. And all we gotta do is hit twice, collect, rinse and repeat. Let's get it. And I do want to state, for anybody that's new, I do all these sessions raw and unedited. I don't go back and redo them if I lose. I have no bias towards winning or losing, so you're gonna see it all as it happens. 25, and there we go. So we get wiped out on that first level. But the beauty of this is, and this is what I like about this system, is you could increase to your level right here. You could keep going with your progression, but we do have this profit right here, and because it's more than double, we can basically take that, put it back out there, and we get a rebate on our level. So we get 2 chances. As long as we get a hit anywhere along our progression, we can go back, or we can continue to try to accumulate more profit more rapidly. So once again, rather than just risking a lot of units to win 1 at the end, you have multiple avenues you could take here, and your profit is going to be greater if you decide to go with more risk, or you could try to recycle the profit that you've earned on the level in order to mitigate the negative variance associated with playing the double dozens and catching a bad run. So let's go. We're going to use our, we're going to recycle down, because if I were playing at a real table doing this system, this is what I do, and I like to keep the simulated sessions as close to reality as possible. All right, 25. I actually think we just got a 25 on that last one. So there we go. So glad we didn't go into our progression there. We do have this 1 unit off to the side, so we're going to negate that. We're going to go 4 and 4. So here we go, first and the second, and we are looking for 2 hits once again. And if we do get 1, we can probably go back down in our level. So we wouldn't necessarily need 2. You could go for more profit that way, but basically, like I said, it's multifaceted, different options, different ways you can go about it, depending on your risk tolerance. 21, so we get the hit right there, and we are gonna get paid. And as you can see, the nice thing about this is if we put this back, which is 8 and 8, we just regain that first level. So we don't have to go through a steep progression like the martingale. You don't have to commit to putting all these units in play. As long as you can get a hit somewhere along the way, you have alternative options. So once again, this is what I like to do as a low roller. I like opportunities. I know some people just like to go for the gusto. They want all the big profit, all the big money. But I always like to say I don't like to get rich in one spin. And let's see if we can catch a good run. Let's go. All right, 27. So we miss. And once again, we're thankful that we drop back down because now we're going back into our level 4-4. And if we get one hit right here, once again, we can go back or we can proceed with trying to accumulate the faster profit. We have gotten a few misses here, so we are expecting to catch a run at some point. When you play the double dozens, it is nice. You can catch runs of like 9, 10, I shouldn't say 9, but probably like 5 to 10 spins. There we go. So that's going to allow us to drop back down. So we're going to take our level back, put our 2-2, which is our first level, and we're going to try to accumulate. So you're basically using your bets as a buffer, but once you get to these higher levels over here, you're always going to be in the profit no matter what, as long as you commit to that 2x, unless you want to drop down. All right, there we go. We get an 11. So we're going to do that. We're going to parlay that because we're at the first level. There's nowhere to go down from here. I guess we could take the profit and put it off to the side and use that as more buffer. So could turn that into even greater alternatives right there, or more options for you. And that's 24, so we get what we're looking for. All right, so 3, and we're going to take our units. We'll leave the original 2 out there. We'll put our 4 back here, or we got our 4 out there, so that's all profit once again. So we're back on the first level. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units in profit. I'm not sure how many spins we have done. I'm not keeping track, but I would assume it's about 10 or so. So really not that bad, all things considered. With the martingale, we would have yielded less units. We'd probably be about the same right now, based on how many that we've won. But we haven't had to go deep, so we're mitigating the negative variance or that steep progression associated with chasing. And that's a 21, so look at that. There we go, getting what we need. We get 2. We're parlaying. Let's keep it going. And let me know what you guys use for double dozen progressions. A lot of people leave me in the comments a lot of times that they do like playing the double dozens. I do like playing them. Unfortunately, I have bad luck with them, so trying to use something that gives me, oh, look at that pesky 0. So trying to use a system that gives me more options rather than entering into that steep progression really is the goal with this, and I think we may have accomplished it. So check it out. We're using our profit that we gained. We lost our first level, but we're essentially using that profit to go back and try it again, get a rebate on it. And if we do get it right here, we could put that profit back here and reset all over again, or we could put our profit into play, continue with the parlay, and try to accumulate more profit more rapidly. The choice is yours. Pick your poison. Look at that, another 0. So, all right, we lose that 4. We've had that, we got 2 over there now. We had 1 off there before, but we're gonna see if we can get it right here. So we got our 4 and 4. A total of 8 units right there. And it really is, it's only 5 levels, 5 steps, but you can shrink it, you can grow it depending on what path you want to take. All right, there's the 16. And as you can see, I'm opting to reduce down, and I think I'm going to go ahead and exercise that right here. So I'm going to take that level back, and we're going to keep grinding it out. And this is, when you do this and you keep going back, this is probably more similar or comparable to the units that you would gain using the regular martingale, because you're basically trying to mitigate that negative variance without gaining a lot. If you continue with the progression, you are going to gain a lot more rapidly. 27, all right, so we lose that, and once again, we're glad we dropped back down. Variance can be a killer, as you guys are seeing. So back to the 4-4 level, and we'll see if we can get something done here. Let's go. And let me know if you guys have ever used the double dozen parlay systems. I fooled around with them quite a bit. This is one that I came up with recently, as I said, to try to solve that problem of that steep progression. And I might have to give this a try on ETG. It seems like this might work out pretty well. So we're going to take our 8 back again. We're going to go 2 and 2 here. And we're going to see if we can accumulate some more profit. Let's get it. Positive vibes. But, you know, very reasonable buy-in, 124 units, you know, at 50 cents. Really wouldn't be that bad. That is dollars. Look at this, we just can't catch a run. And this is, like I said, I show everything raw and unedited, so this is the realistic aspect, or you could expect this to happen if you were to try it. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to catch that break, find that wave of positive variance that's going to carry us to our profit target, allow us to walk away. We're fighting the negative variance right now, but that's okay. We have a progression that can withstand it. Hopefully. 4. All right, look at that. So pretty resilient. You know, I'm going to say for literally, this is my first time doing this too. I don't know, I think I said that before, but this is my first time actually trying this progression. So it's really interesting to see it work out. We're really not having to go that deep. And although this is, you know, 124 units, we're really not utilizing the heavy end very much. So far so good. Let's see if we can keep it going. We're still only 2 units in the profit over there, but you know, like I said, if you're playing the double dozens and you didn't use a progression, you'd be down right now. Using a steep martingale, probably be in a similar situation. And that's a 20, so finally, all right. So let's press it up. We are expecting, or we could put those over there. You know what, let's do that, because if we put these over here, we actually get an extra level. If we get this, we'd be in pretty much the same position anyway. So I think with our options here, it's smarter. We do now have 4 over here, so that's a complete level. So we're giving ourselves 2 opportunities where we normally only have 1. Let's get it. And zeros again. All right, glad we did that. We can drop back down. So we're putting our profit into play now. That is now our first level. And let's see if we can reaccumulate. And unfortunately, this is just the way that roulette goes. Sometimes it's a grind, sometimes you run good. We actually just played a session where we hit right away twice. All right, there we go. We hit right away twice on our single street, and then we chased for about a half hour and couldn't hit the 17, 18, 16 single street. So unfortunately, you can run good in the beginning and it can bite you anywhere along the way. That is, roulette has a high house edge. And I do want to emphasize that all these systems, they all seem to work until they don't. You know, you're basically rearranging the variance by using them, trying to get it. Look at that, 30. We can't catch a break here, you guys. This is unreal. So we're trying really hard, and now we're going 4 and 4 again. We've been here quite a bit, but like I said, considering the negative amount of variance that we've been facing so far, really not that bad. With a regular double dozen flat betting, even a ladder progression, probably be in quite a bit of trouble right now. So once again, hopefully we can get through this negative variance, catch a positive wave, and we'll come out on top. All right, 15-15. And you know what? I almost think that I want a gun for it, but the second I do, it's not going to work out. So we are dropping back down. Base level. Hoping to reaccumulate those 2 units profit that we had over there before. But I actually think if we get this right here, I'm going to go for it. So trying to make something happen. And we get an 18. All right, so we're going to go for it. I'm not going to put the profit off to the side. I do want to get somewhere at some point. 3 and 3. Let's see if we can get the love that we need. Here we go. I feel it coming. Gambler's Fallacy says we're due for 3 in a row. Let's see it right here. That's a 12. There we go. So we made the right move. We timed that right, and that's what roulette is all about, luck and timing. So we are going to pull these down. We're going to put our 2 and 2 out there. We got our base level, and look at this, guys. So we have 5 units profit. So like I said, although it disappeared, we had to fight for it. We got it back, and we didn't have to go too steep into a progression, which is what I like. So let's see if we can just accumulate. I know I keep saying that. That is the goal. And that's what your bankroll is for, to give you a fighting chance over here. And I do believe with the amount of levels or steps we have a decent chance. So let's see if we can get it. Come on. 35, you guys. This is unreal. All right. Although we did catch a good run there, so I can't complain. Let's go 2 and 2. We'll put the 1 off to the side. So once again, using that profit that we reaccumulated, that we got back after losing, to give us another buffer level after losing that level. Hoping not to go too deep. Hoping to survive. 18. Thought we were going to miss right there. All right. So we get 2. And you know what? Let's go for it. Really want to catch a run here. Thought we'd run a little bit better than this, but this is the way it goes. 34. Man, should have pulled back that profit. That's all right. That's what our progression's here for. 4 and 4. I think we went past, have we had to, no, I don't think we've gone past this level yet, so let's see. Let's see if we can make it happen. Positive vibes. Let's get those levels back right here. Don't do us dirty. That's a 21, we'll take that. And you know what? Let's go ahead and push it, you guys. I know we want to, let's demonstrate that aspect of the system. So we're going to put the 2 and 2 up there. If we can get this hit right here, we're going to pull down. We'll put our profit off to the side, and then we'll reestablish our starting amount, see how much we have, and we'll continue on. But all we need to see is a first or a second dozen right here. Let's get it. And that's a 6. There we go. So once again, fortunately for us, we timed it right. All right, so let's pull this back down. And look at that. That's a nice stack, and that's the power of the parlay right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 more. So that is 8 right there. And then if we take our 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's our starting stack. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units in profit. All right, so let's put our starting stack out there. Let's restart it all over again. Let's see if we can get the love that we need. Let's get it. 8, there we go. All right, guys. So, you know what? Let's press it up. We're feeling good. We got to catch a run at some point. Let's see if it wants to happen right here. First and second, sticking with it. And another alternative you could use is follow the winner with this. I like to stick with what I start with. Usually I get mental torment if I'm moving around. 13, all right, there we go. Once again, time that perfect. So 4 unit gain. We are getting the gains back now. So once again, our progression gave us enough opportunity that allowed us to withstand a negative variance to get us to the point now where we're starting to reap the rewards. So we are feeling good. Things are turning around. And we'll go 2 and 2. There we go. All right, so we're back to the base level. Let's count our units profit. 10. All right, we got 12 units profit over here, you guys. So let's see if we can get a little bit more, and then maybe we'll call it there. Maybe we'll come back and continue it. I kind of like the way that this system is working out, and I do think that it is very viable, or more viable than a double dozen martingale. I have played the double dozen martingale quite a bit, and it does me dirty a lot. So let me know what you guys, your experience is. 18, there we go. All right, so you know what? Let's bank the profit. 2 over there. We're gonna reset. We want to accumulate just in case we get bit right here by the negative side. We want to be prepared for that. We do have a lot of buffer stack over here. You know what? I think what we're going to do is continue on our progression. I don't want to eat into that. And it's 25. I think I might have manifested it by talking about it. So rather than going back into our stack, we're going to demonstrate how it would be if you got a little bit more aggressive. So we're going to go 4 and 4. And all we need to do is hit 1 right here. We could drop back down, preserve that, or go for the 2, and then we'll put all the accumulated profit over there, and we'll be up pretty good. So once again, the higher you go in your progression, if you hit, you're looking good, looking better than you would. Man, that's 0. All right, so first time in that level, and we're going to 8, 8. All right, as you can see, 8 and 8. Here we go. And if we can get this right here, we can drop down again. We'll have to reconfigure, but we'll be looking good. You do preferably want to get 2, but once again, we're getting pretty steep, or we're getting close to the last of our levels here. All right, there we go. We got a 7. So we are going to win 8 right there. And now, if I go over here, if I put that, or let's do this, ready? So put this level back. Half of that is our other level, which is 8. If we take our 2 and 2 off of here, we now have our starting stack right there, plus profit right here. We haven't had the need to go too steep into our progression. We did get to the 8 and 8, but hey, that's going to happen. That's what we have our bankroll here for. So essentially, like I said, we could go 4 and 4 from here. I'm probably going to reset, so let's do that. 2 and 2. Once again, I like to demonstrate these from a realistic perspective. I don't like to do things that I wouldn't do in a casino. This is a simulator, and the reason why we do these is to try to get familiar with different systems or approaches to see if they are viable or even comfortable. All right, there we go. So more units coming back to us. Let's stack them up. And if we can get this one right here, we'll parlay. But once again, you do have options, and that's a lot of times I find with gambling or any kind of roulette system or anything like that, I like to have options rather than a rigid, straightforward approach. 9, there we go. So we're gonna press this up now. So we got 2, 1 and 1, we're going to 3. Let's see if we can catch it, guys. I was talking about that run in the beginning. Hasn't seemed to manifest itself. We have been running better than we did in the beginning, but still looking for that nice long run. 9 spins or so would be nice. Wow, that pesky 0 just bounced right in there. So we lose the parlay. Let's go 4-4. We did face a little resistance last time we tried, but this is the fun of trying things, is trying to stick with the more aggressive side as opposed to always going with the conservative side. That way we get a feel for how it would work and if it's viable or worthwhile. And there we go, we get a 3. So that's 4 and 4. And I am going to exercise some discretion. We're going to drop back down 2 and 2. And let me know if you guys like the way that I'm working this. Would you commit to the whole progression every time? Try to gain all those units rapidly? I'm really not sure if it would have worked out. I think is there times where we would have lost if I didn't go back? No, we've gotten hits and then losses. So I don't think we've gotten a big string of losses yet. 18, all right, so we would have got it if we stuck with it. Let's go for it now. Let's put it out there. Try to make up for those times that we got some dead spins essentially because we've been going back and forth. Sticking with the parlay, 3 and 3, first and second, 6 units total, looking for a 9 return. Let's get it. 19, there we go. So timing is good again. Look at that. So we're gonna take that, take those, put that on our profit over there. Boom, looking good. First and second, all reset. Let's do it again. And I do say with roulette, a lot of times I like to get in and out. When you're doing a system like this where you're going back and forth, you are going to be grinding a lot more than, say, going for a single number and trying to hit, but you're also not committed to that progression either. So 2 coming back to us. Let's stack it up. Going for those the rapid accumulation here. But I do like the sense that you can go back and forth. It's kind of like a Fibonacci a little bit in the sense that if you were to do it on even money bets, you do have to go back and forth. But for me, it just makes it a lot more comfortable. All right, there we go, 3 and 3. So let's do it again. Scalp a unit off each of here. Add that to our stack. Starting stack intact with our units out there. First and second. Let's get it. So unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, we caught a lot more variance than I anticipated or expected. Ooh, 7. All right, there we go. Catching that good run now. You know, let's do it. Let's press it. Why not, right? And I had thought about doing a 3x parlay, but I don't think it's as reasonable. And as you saw before, if we tried doing 3x's, we probably would have went a lot more deeper and needed a lot more of a progression. So I do think this is a comparable alternative. Oh, 31, we missed it. This is a comparable alternative to the double dozen martingale, and that's pretty much what I want to demonstrate, is that if you do want to play the double dozens with sort of a progression, there are alternatives that you can use. There's different methods, so this is just one of them. There's other ways as well. Let's go 4 and 4. I was going to dig back into my stack, but like I said, we do have enough profit now that I'm kind of comfortable with putting more of this out there. As if we were to get wiped out now, at least we're not walking away with nothing. We still have some profit that we've accumulated profit for now. It wouldn't be if we lost, but... And 29, look at that. So another one bites the dust. Going to 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8. And, you know, another thing I just thought about, too, that you could do that I didn't think about before is that even if you were on a level like that, 4 and 4, let's say you didn't want to go to the 8 and 8 level for some reason, you were just not feeling it, you could dig into your stack and go 4, 4 there, try to replenish. It may take 2 hits, but you could do that as another alternative. But once again, every time you choose to go back, you're eating away at your equity that you could win. So it would be better if you knew that you were going to win, you would just put your units out there every time, accumulate as much profit as possible. Unfortunately, that's not the reality of the way the game works, so you got to be prepared for that inevitable bad run. Let's get it. 8 and 8, first and second. 8 and 8, there we go. All right, that was massive for us. And I don't think I would parlay here if I got this. So once again, I'm going to pull these down. I really do think that that's the realistic thing to do. And if we do that, I think that gets us back to where we need to be. All right, so we should go to the 4 and 4 level, or we can use 2 and 2 from here. You know what? Let's go for 4 and 4. Let's try it, right? Like I said, I do like to try things to see how they would work out, but I do usually lean towards a more conservative side when playing for real money. My girlfriend likes to get aggressive. We try to balance each other out. 29, look at that. So would have been more beneficial to go back down, but hindsight's 20/20. That's being results oriented. So we are back to the 8-8 stage. All right, 8 and 8, first and second. Don't do us dirty. We haven't had to use the purple chips yet. Don't even want to think about the greens. If we get there, that means we're in trouble. Let's get it. First or second. First or second. We got a runner. Oh, 22. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, staying resilient, staying alive. There we go. And let's do the same thing that we did before. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. And let's try the 4 and 4 again. You know what? We're going to stay persistent and consistent. Let's get that profit. Let's add some to that stack. Reaccumulate all of our starting stack. More profit. Forward progress is always a good thing. Let's get it. First or second. Come on. 17, my favorite number coming through. And that is massive for us. That's going to yield 4 units. So let's bring this down now. We got that level intact. We have our original level. We got our profit right there. So let's go back to the 2 and 2. And we're back to the accumulation phase. Here we go. Let's see if we can catch that run. Love not having to dig into those purple chips. Always a good sign. 13. All right, there we go. You know what? Let's take them. We haven't had any accumulation yet, so we're going to take the profit. Staying back at the first level, 2 and 2. Opting not to press it up or parlay it. Let's get it. There we go. All right, so once again, we could take the 2 units profit. You know what? Let's put it up there. 3 and 3. But I do, I like the options we have. Like I said, there's different avenues. It's not a rigid approach. It's flexible. It's dynamic. It has all the traits of a good roulette system that I like. 4. All right, there we go. So timing is good. Look at this. And let's scalp these. Maximum profit from that first level accumulated. All right, back to it. 2 and 2. And if you wanted to, you know, just ideas that I'm thinking of right now, if you wanted to throw in another alternative, you could go for 3x on a certain, when you have a certain profit target or whatever on the first level. It wouldn't be that risky, but you could gain quite a bit more. 17, we'll take it. All right, so let's press it up again. Looks like we're on that run that I've been hoping for. And if you sit around for long enough, you play long enough at the wheel, you should see a double dozen run if you stay stationary on them. Although the alternative to that is you could encounter a negative run that wipes you out before then. So once again, pick your poison. 27. I thought it was going in the 0. Didn't make a difference either way. All right, so we are not going to drop back down. No, let's go 4 and 4. Let's stick with it. Kind of feel much better about our profit over here. We got a tower building over there. Don't know how much it is. We'll figure that out after. If we can get a hit right here on the first or second, we'll drop back down. And once again, leave a comment, leave your feedback down below. I appreciate it all. 24. All right, so we accomplished what we want right there. And we're going to do what I said. We're going to drop back down because that's what we would probably do in real life. But if anybody's keeping track, I really would like to know how much I would have accumulated had I gone through my progression rather than dropping back down. I don't think I would have gone broke because I don't think we've had 5 or 6 losses in a row. So, all right, there we go. And because we didn't get profit on that last time, let's put those up there. We'll reset. But I do like starting out, another thing worth mentioning that I looked at was I like starting out with 2 units on each dozen, much more than 1 and 1. It seems to be a lot more effective, especially for accumulating profits or if you're going to go back and forth. 33, so glad we took that profit. And let's go 4 and 4. Although we really don't need to, we're putting a lot more, we're taking on a lot more risk than necessary by increasing or going into our progression. But like I said, as an alternative, If we lose here, we could go 4 and 4, take it out of our profit stack, use that as a buffer. Like I said, this approach is very dynamic, very flexible. 4 and 4, let's get it right here. 0, man, that 0 is showing up today, so unfortunately for us, I do believe that's the third time, if I'm not mistaken. And let's go to 8-8. All right, 8-8 is the bet here, 16 units total. First and second dozen's what we're looking for. Let's get the love. Oh, 0 4 times now. Look at this, guys. So we're going to the deepest into our progression we've needed to yet. 16-16. This is getting a little dicey, but we're staying committed. 16-16. 3 purple chips plus 1 white. 3 purple chips plus 1 white. If we don't get this right here, we got 1 level left, and if we miss on this level, that's all we're left with. So let's get it, guys. Positive vibes. Let's hope this comes through. I do believe our progression should withstand most of the variance. We just don't want to see that bad run where a dozen runs out, which would be that third dozen for 5 hits straight. That would break us. 16. Woo! What a relief. And that's ironic too. 16, we got 16 units out there, 16 coming back, so wow, that was crazy. All right, let's put these back in order. That's going right there. All right, let's cash these out for whites. So three 5s, and we're gonna get 15 whites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, look at that. Perfect. All right. So we have our 5th level, 4th level, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. All right, so that's 16. All right, so that is our 3rd level, which means that hit didn't produce enough. So we would normally need to go and get 2 on it for our 2x parlay, but because we're so deep, I don't feel like incurring that risk. If we were to miss right there, we only have 1 chance left. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this level. We're dropping down. Once again, it's very similar to the Fibonacci. We very well could get this here, and you know, I could regret. I could say, hey, I wish I would have went for it, but it's not gonna work every time. So we're gonna play the long game. Dropping back down to the 3rd level. Let's see if we can get it on 8 and 8. Positive vibes, 1st or 2nd dozen. And we get a 7, massive. All right, guys, so that's all we needed to get back to where we need to be. So once again, very resilient. It can withstand a good amount of variance. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let's bring that level down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4. All right, so look at, we have everything. We have our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th level here. All we're missing is the 1st. I'm not gonna go 4 and 4. We've had quite a good run right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use my profit, and I'm gonna make that level right there. So as you can see, we now have our starting stack, we have our profit over there, and we're gonna reset completely. Even though we didn't go all the way through and we didn't get enough hits to go back down, we're using some of our profit to mitigate that negative run that could be associated with playing the double dozens and catching a bad one. So let's go back on, go for a couple more rounds. We'll probably call it there, and I think I might come back, or we may just I might keep this here. I might just stop this session, take a little break, and then come back for a part 2. So let me know if you guys want to see that. I'm kind of interested to see how resilient the system would be. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. 16, there we go. So it would have been great if we would have stuck with our guns there. Let's go ahead and put this over here. So we're putting back half of what we took out of here, and we still have our 1st level as well as all the rest. So we're in a great position right now. And I do believe, if I'm correct, we saw 4 losses in a row, which that's why we got to that point. So let me know if I'm wrong on that. Let me know what your observations are. And 33, glad we dropped back down. All right, so let's go 4 and 4. And once again, I'm feeling really good about it. I'm confident in the progression. That's the deepest that we had to go. It proved its resiliency, although that's a small sample size. As long as we don't catch that really, really bad run, we should be okay. 28. All right, going back into our progression here. 8 and 8, not where we want to be, but we're prepared. We've been here before. We'll get out of it again. 8 units, first and second. Please don't be the third. Let's go. Do us proper. Show us the love. 1 through 24. 19. That's what we want to see. All right. There we go. And let's put that back. That back. And you know what? Let's go 4 and 4. We're going to drop back down. We're not going to dig into our stack to make it again. So we're going to go 4 and 4 right here. If we can get this, we'll be good. We can drop back down. Let's get it. There we go, 7. All right, glad we stuck with our guns there. Gonna reap the reward from doing that. So now we literally have everything back intact, minus the 2 units profit I think we borrowed off of there, but we're gonna get it right here. Let's go. And let me know if you guys have seen anything like this before. Like I said, I came up with this. I know that pretty much any roulette system has probably been thought of. 10, there we go. All right, so we could get our 2 units back in our stack, and let's do that. Let's play it smart. But the goal of this is to hit it 2x. Like I said, if you're a little bit more aggressive, you like risk, you're gonna wanna go through your stack, hoping not to catch a bad run of 5 losses in a row, and that way you'll reap the maximum reward. If you're like me, you're gonna reset a lot. All right, 2. And now, this is a great position because we are, I believe, at an all-time high. It's a little hard to keep track, given that we have physical chips. We don't have, it's not like an ETG and it tells us, but I do believe that's an all-time high by 2 units. So let's see if we can increase it a little bit more. Oh, we get a 2. So let's, you know what, let's pump it up here. We're at an all-time high. The system is all about hitting twice. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's see if we can catch it. Hopefully we got a good run coming. This would yield maximum profit for the first level, according to our progression. Let's get it. 11. All right, there we go. So we smack it. And I think that's where I'm going to call this session right here. I think I've demonstrated the resiliency, the progression, the need to go deep into it, how you can go back and forth. Like I said, it's very dynamic. I'm really enjoying it as an approach, and I think I might try this on the ETG machine. So if you guys are interested, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you check out our other content. We do a lot of live casino stuff as well. So let's go ahead and put our original starting stack back together here. Let's put that on top of our profit there. So as you can see, this is 124 units right here. This is what we started with. We did have to go into the 4th level. We never got to the 5th. We were able to withstand all of the variance that we were thrown, given the fact that we were playing 2 dozens and 1 dozen did run out on us, but we were able to withstand it and walk away with a win. So let's add this up, you guys. This is a nice stack right here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 3. So that is 38 units profit for 124 units invested. We did have to go pretty deep, but this last level right here is 64 units. So we didn't have to use half of our bankroll that we bought in with. Didn't need this level. And essentially, we would have made a 50% return on what we needed. So really not that bad in the end, considering if you use the double dozen martingale, I do think we would have went broke right there. Actually, you know, we would have made it out, but I think we would have made a lot less profit. We didn't catch that 5 in a row, I don't believe. So either system would have made it, but I do think if you compare and contrast which one would have made more, I think this would have made more. You need less of a buy-in, and I just don't see much downside to this versus the double dozen martingale. So once again, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all your opinions, all the support you guys are showing. Make sure you stay tuned, like and subscribe. We got more simulated sessions coming every day, more live casino content, something for everybody. Until next time.